Chances are that one of the reasons you want to create a comic is because you have loved reading them and being captured by them. When the story is so good that you barely appreciate the artwork sometimes. It's just that interesting. As a comic artist and writer that wants to make something so good as these stories, and as someone that doesn't discriminate against different mediums and writing methods, I just have my main important question. How can I make my comic stories so interesting people can't stop reading? What makes an author write a masterpiece? Hello everyone, I am MG, and to be honest, there's a very strong sense of resistance that has stopped me from pushing this goal. Some of them is that if the artwork already takes me so long, I can come up with a story later. There's no need for me to write right now. I am already so busy. I wonder, can I really do this on my own? After all, some of my favorite comics and manga have been written by both a writer and an artist. That means an artist can focus at least 90% on doing art, and the writer has 90% of time and capacity to do only the writing. Can I believe that I have the same amount of skill to do both? Is that too much to ask from myself? Sometimes I have even wondered if I should partner with someone, but besides the point that I do not know anyone I would trust my baby, my story with, I'm just so selfish. I have been doing this for so long on my own that I am not ready to share the story that I am already creating. But what if that's not a good decision? What if I just cannot do it? I also feel like I just don't have enough time, art, enough marketing. Everything takes me so much time. I am so good at procrastinating, honestly. I have also followed the advice of many book writers' processes, but I just feel those are not that fit for comic creators. So, how do I write? How do I do it? I like drawing and writing. I don't like only writing. So, what does that leave me? Now, if you are feeling anything like me, I have 3 tips or 3 lessons I want to share that I think they will help you and me with this, which I think are crucial for us to crush resistance and develop hopefully an amazing story. Number 1, start before you're ready and block a writing time. If you don't know who Somerset Maugham is this gentleman and he did amazing things, but someone once asked him if he wrote on a schedule or only when struck by inspiration, and he said, I write only when inspiration strikes. Fortunately, it strikes every morning at 9 o'clock sharp. I took this from Steven Pressfield, The War of Art. I like to get 10 pages a day, which amounts to 2,000 words. That's 180,000 words over a 3-month span, a goodish length for a book. Stephen King. Block a writing time is also a tip I got from his book on writing. If you have had this inspiration to write a story, you know how it feels. A brilliant idea suddenly pops into your head. You don't know why or how it happened. It just did. And you want to have that feeling again, but sometimes you just feel stuck and you don't feel like it's working. And here's the thing. Creative thinking is just like exercise. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. And at first, you don't want to exercise or you don't feel like writing when you sit down to write. Just like exercise though, the more you do it, the more enjoyable it gets. I know you're busy. I am busy too, but maybe you are busier. Maybe you have a very different situation and you cannot find someone you relate to. I am not the same person you are and I don't have your situation. You can search for people just like you if you want to, because I promise you there are many. There are moms, dads, and all types of people that have done this. I am also afraid, but if you and I want to create that amazing story, we have to put in the time. I can make a video about this regarding habits and everything. If you want me to make that video, comment down below. But yeah, schedule something that works for you in your lifestyle. If you build a system that works for you, usually using cue, the habit, and the reward, that way you can help ease into it. It doesn't have to be daily, but it's recommended. Even if you only do 5 minutes a day, that's a good start according to some people, and according to others, even if you don't do it daily, just do it every weekend or something at the beginning, because you will strive to do more as you build the habit. You will find it easier and you will be putting the time to build that story. Number 2, first write for yourself. Let's say you already implemented your system and you are ready to put in the work, and you sit down to write, and you start to think, to overthink. Am I really writing a good story? What if I am not making the right choices? What if the readers think I am copying this similar story? What if my audience doesn't like my character because it seems unreal? Maybe I should learn more about story before writing. Maybe I should research more about this country's political system to build my own world. Maybe I should watch how the Space Boy author writes believable characters. It's okay, right? Because this is research. I should also check this writing article. Half an hour later, you have been doing very important research and no writing has been done. Congratulations, you've been caught by resistance, which means you're not actually writing. Stephen King suggests first write for yourself. What means is that this story is your own, and if you don't love it, you will hate doing it, and if you don't love it, who else will? What this means is that this story is for you. Nobody loves it yet as you do, and if you don't love it, how will anyone else love it? Tell yourself the story first. Then, when you rewrite, you will take out the things that are no good or relevant to that story, and until then, you take the audience into account. King comments that fear is one of the reasons people write bad stories. So if you are the only one that will see your story at first, you shouldn't have problems in spreading your writing magic with as much confidence as you can. Constantly ask yourself, do I like this? You can do research because yes, learning the craft is also very important, and it's also why I was reading Robert McKee's book on story, and he was commenting that the reason movies have been not as good as in the past, some of them, is because young writers are not studying the craft anymore. So I feel like yes, it's healthy that you research how to do a good story, but make sure that you make a difference between research and writing, and you can schedule it. Let's say you do writing one day, research the other day, writing the other day, and you don't care again if your writing is trash. You just write. Number 3, experiment and find your own process, even if it's weird. When I first researched this topic, I was following what book authors were recommending, and when I sit down to write and to type in the computer, which is the most often the approach, I found that it didn't flow as much for me. So I researched more about how screenwriters do it, how mangakas do it, how some comic authors do it, especially the ones that do it on their own. And I can make a video about that also if you want to see it, subscribe. And by the way, give this video a thumbs up. I had to find more or less my own process, but also to push through it. To push through the fun to the part that's not as much fun. I'm not only a writer, I am an artist too, and that plays a part. So what I do is that I let my pen fly and I write and I draw and I have arrows everywhere. That flows a lot for me. And then from there, I'm not worrying about anything, just if I enjoy it. And I don't even worry if I have a blank space between an action and another. Like, let's say May arrives at the academy and I didn't know what would happen here, but I know that she starts her mission A here. I don't care about this part that it is missing right now. I will figure that out later in my story. Then I add that to an organized script in the computer. It has generally everything in the story and it changes all the time, and I add things all the time. There are times in my writing sessions that my ideas become so fast and I like them so much that I allow myself to lay down on my bed and daydream for like 20 minutes or 15 minutes. But after those minutes are over, I have to stand up and write everything that I thought about. And that's amazing, by the way. It's very enjoyable to do this. Then, from that giant script, which you could call a book, I guess, but the way I do it is like a script on a play. I divide that into chapters. I make sure to organize it. And this is important, and this is something I figured out about writing webcomics after I did this video about solo leveling. A scene in a webcomic can last many chapters, and that's something to take into account. How will you organize each chapter so readers are interested? And check that video. I think it could help you a lot. It even helped me. What I can tell you is that I will try to write every day of the work week. And if there's a day where I skip it by any reason, there's something that happens, life happens, I will make it my best to not break the streak. And I am taking this from this comedian, I don't remember right now, Steve Martin. He had this calendar, and I am going to show you the example right now, and I will make my best to not break it, and I hope this is useful to you too. Sometimes I get nervous or discouraged, and I feel like writing is not urgent compared to so many other tasks I have to do in a day, from taxes to other things in life. But writing may not be urgent, but it's very important if you want to make a story that's worth reading. If I want to make comics that are so interesting that someone loses sleep because of them, I have to put in the time, and you do too. Anyway, I hope this video was useful. Thank you for watching. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Check my comics if you want to, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.